Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another episode of Factorio Warptorio edition coming at you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, what are we missing? Stone bricks? Of course, that makes perfect sense. That's gonna be something that's gonna be a little light. For sure. For sure. Okay, we got engines. I keep going through this weird mental checklist in my head, think I'm missing something critical. But I can't think of anything critical that I'm missing. So I'm not going to worry about it. These require some stuff. Some stuff. I kind of like the setup that we had before over here, where I'm sharing one output chest. Maybe that limits how many places my bots are going to get stuff. Also pretty easy to set up, just like that. One, two, three, one. Really? It takes that long? I usually like to multiply stuff by 10 or by something. That way a bot's not bringing literally one item. So I'm going to multiply this by 4. 10 is kind of a safe bet. It's not super expensive, but that way, if my bot's bringing a whole mess of stuff... I already screwed up, didn't I? I super screwed up. I did it by 10 anyway. I'll just do it by 10 anyway. It doesn't matter. But like when my bot can carry like 5 items or something, asking it to bring one piece of steel is kind of stupid. It's not really effective for the bot or for the process, and it just wastes more trips, right? Multiply it by 10, no problem. This is something also. This is, what, 45 instances? Yeah, 45 instances at half a second apiece. Starkly different, to be honest, but I don't actually have any stone up here anyway, so no big deal. Okay. What else do I want? What else do I need? That's all handled. Handled. Low density structures is handled. Flying robot frames kind of handled. Engines. There's nothing else really I need to produce like crazy, is there? Flamethrower ammo is crude oil. Okay, but this can use any kind of, any kind of fuel. Fires a stream of burning liquid at enemies. I guess this might be a fine map to use the flamethrower, considering never coming back and it doesn't really matter, right? Yes, I'm gonna go get that oil. I have the thing, I got the jacks, I got the mods, I got the... Okay, cool. Go. I really need a tank. Maybe some sort of reconnaissance helicopter would be cool too, but meh. This isn't that much of a walk. Oh, hi there. Oh, hey there, hi there, hey there. Oh, craps. Trick of that is to just stay calm. Uh, 1419.7, that's not bad. Yep, never fails. Start recording, call from work. Or text, anyway. Just 2 seconds. There we go. Nito torpedo. Yeah, oil has been something of a mystery so far. And not a mystery like I don't know how it works, but a mystery as in I don't know where the F it is on the map. I can trim that down a bit. Cool. That'll do. Is there more? This is probably fine. What's also probably fine is me hooking myself up with a bunch of AP ammo. Okay. So how do I get lubricant up here? I think I decided barrels, which isn't bad. It's more manual crap I don't want to do, but it's not bad. Does water need to come all the way up here? I don't think so. And actually, the water pipe is still kind of jacked. Water pipe is still very jacked. I don't really need it to go down. That's fine. How much coal we got? 23,000. Goof, that is not a lot. We are harvesting coal? We absolutely are. Right one's producing just iron. Could use a coal world. I don't see any other resources anywhere. Uranium. Nuclear is going to be a blessing. Like, no joke blessing. Okay, here's what we're going to do just for now. Just for now, we're just going to get this started. It's most likely not what it's going to look like end tier, but I don't care. What I'd really like is just to get parts moving. And so we need green circuits and engines. What's your recommendation? 4 and 2? Here, just, I don't know, 20 multiplied by 5. 10. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Haha, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna do what I want. Okay. And pipes. I mean, that works for me. That doesn't work. Hold on. There we go. Now all I need to do is just get lubricant into a thing. Oh, I need drums and stuff. Let's get about 50 of those. Sure? Oh my gosh. Everything is so clumsy. I think I can fill an assembly machine to unload like a ton. Boop boop a doop. Oh, was that more damage? It smells like more damage to me. 50 barrels sounds pretty good. It sounds like a really good start. So hold on, I want to see the damage. We were at 23 before or something? Or 28, oh crap. Okay, we're at 40 now. I think 40 is the base damage a laser turret does or something? Holy boy. Oh no, they do 20 damage. I think, where the hell's the laser? Oh, there it is. Boop. 20 damage. Still, that's pretty awesome. So here's what we do. Golly, that took all 50? How How much lubricant do you need to do your job? 15. How much do you hold? How much does one thing hold? 100? 50. That's not ideal. This kind of screams a lot of micromanagement on my part, but still. Maybe we could do something kind of fancy where we can use the same outs for odds and ends. What do I mean by that? Like, right now we've dedicated each in and out channel for a specific product. Iron, or copper, or steel, or plastic, or coal, or whatever. But maybe I have an out or an in that's just generic. Can you take any more? You really can't. Okay, well that's full then. That's cool. Boop boop. Here's how this works. Now I don't have to mess with any of that crap. Not for a while anyway, and that's another really quick item. Now you should be asking for... Oh, you need batteries, which is sulfuric acid. Batteries are something I'm just gonna haul. Batteries. Do I have enough iron and copper? Because that's what it needs down there. Hi. Iron. Copper. We're gonna let this out a little bit. Cool. Okay. That gets us robot frames, right? So we have robot frames. We have low density structures. Processing units are it. If we can get a good chunk of that rolling, then that means we can start rocking some yellow science. Okay, so I can look here and see that these 4 boxes are empty. And I can be like, well, what am I missing here? And I can hover over it, and that tells me I need more brick. Let's handle that. Okay, this is a little clumsy for sure. Didn't I grab a bunch of brick? Was 14 brick all we had? Are we out of stone? Holy crap, we're out of stone. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. There is stone nearby. We are going to move this whole thing. Because my military science isn't getting enough love. Wall production needs some snuggles, yo. Not gonna clear cut the whole forest for it, but can just wedge this in a little bit more and get us some stone in the mix. Was it because I'm in the way? Oh, okay. How's that? That's good. Yeah, that'll pull us some stone. Good stuff. Don't need this. What I do need, though, is a ton of coal. Is this coal? Yes, it is. Batteries, we have all that hooked up already. Are we on bots? 100 and we're flat 0. 223 somehow. I don't see 2 bots on me to make that 225. I don't have the slightest idea how I messed that up, but apparently I messed that up. Which is okay, I guess. Weapon shooting speed. Let's see. get a lot of this other red, green, blue stuff out of the way. Not super interested in lasers yet. Nuclear power. What do I need for Covarex? Warponium fuel, reassembly. Am I high? That's not Covarex. KO. Purple. Okay, which I'm working on anyway. I need electric furnaces. We can get that going on. This research goes nowhere after that, goes nowhere after that, goes somewhere after that. Yeah, just get a lot of this one-off stuff out of the way. So, electric furnaces, which I wouldn't mind having a bunch of. Circuits, stone, steel. That sounds easy enough. Circuits, a stone, a steel. Really? I'm always shocked. Literally shocked every time I'm out of assembly machines, because I feel like I assemble a ton of them, and then it's like, nope. Nope. Gosh. Yeah, we're out of stone, I get it. How are we doing on stone now? Just need a lot of it. There you are. Real simple little setup, yeah. Let's do 2 rows of that, why not? That does how many transactions? Like 4? 10, 5, 10. Yeah, about 4 transactions. That's probably fine, actually. There we go. I'm actually going to hand truck this over 2 walls. Hi. It's not a lot, but it's what I've got right now, okay? Grab more of those batteries. More of this sulfur. Yep, everything's shifted. Everything looks super weird now. I'm not going to adjust it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it, because if I really desperately need more water, I can double tap it. Because the actual pump shifted. Okay. What's next? Does that kind of cover everything? I'd love some automatic assembly machines, but I actually don't think I'm going to need a ton more of them. Rocket fuel, rocket control units would be dope, but I'm not that far yet tech-wise. Automating... I'm actually going to have to automate radars, and solar panels, and accumulators, and a bunch of crap like that for the satellite whenever we want to get that far. Not in a super duper duper rush for that, but that's something to look forward to. How are we doing out here? Yep, that's what I wanted to check. We can scoot. We've been here a half hour. I'm confident we can last a lot longer, but I'd rather go somewhere that's got a bit more richness and resources. To be fair. That. Let's take a quick look. Oop. Missed it completely. Let's take a quick look over here, see what we have for materials. 111,000 iron, 84,000 copper. So stone and coal kind of seem to be the two resources I want to monopolize on. Go grab me a fistful of red circuit. Coal is something we're going to be using for a very long time still. I don't mind coming down here and adding a bit more storage. Do we have... We have 20 bots here. Yeah, I don't know where the heck I got an uneven number or whatever. Not the worst thing that could happen, no, but kind of bugs me. How the hell did iron get down here? Interesting. Interesting, interesting. What's that? I would definitely like another 50 bots up here, so boop. And boop. Easy stuff now. Now that I have all the materials together and things are far, far easier to reach, yeah. Things are looking a lot better. Things are definitely coming up Millhouse. Yeah. Want to take a bet? I put all 50 in and then you just flutter away. Yep. There was work to be done, and they knew it. I'll soon until another factory floor upgrade. Purple, okay. Tempted to take this, move it over. The location of things isn't super duper important. What are you lacking? Bricks, of course, yes. Quite. Quite, sir. Aren't we all missing a little bit of brick in our lives? Hi. And boop. Let you guys fight over who's most deserving of that. Let me guess, is it because no bots? No, we have the bots. Are we just going through iron that quickly? We legitimately have available bots. Just not enough iron to keep this going. For whatever reason, let's take a look. Okay. That's what needs to happen. Also, it's time for stack inserters. I've kidded myself for too long. That's a lot of gears. Holy nuts. Holy nuts, that's a lot of gears. There we go. Actually, hold on. Could I have just been doing this? Oh. Well, this all seems stupid now. Huh. For whatever reason, I didn't think of that. box to box to box to box is way faster than belt to box, box to belt, belt to box. Yeah, this guy's picking up what? 6 every hit? I mean, this is a nice catch-up, if anything. Gosh, I don't know why I didn't do that before. Maybe for plastic, this would be just fast enough. Like, easily. Anyway. I got the lubricant. Let's go get oil. We are leaving. There we go. There's the 1 minute. There we go. Far less stressful for me, yeah? Okay, 50 lubricant. We have bricks. I'm gonna grab more coal. Boop. It looks like a mess. Because it is. There's water all around, seems to go on forever. The fish greet with determination. Hey, it's been a while since we've seen our fishy friends. And now that I have way more radars, yes, it is much more obvious that this is a dead end. Well, dead end's actually not the right word. There is fish, right? Fish are alive. Are they? I like to think so. Wow. That is a lot of fish. Okay, well that was fun. Warp. There's nothing for me to do here other than burn out my coal deposits, which I don't have a lot of. I'm gonna dump the rest of this coal in grenades, because I know that's exactly where this is being eaten up. There we go. What was next? Oh, more bots? Heck yeah, more bots. What are we at, 150 here? Yeah, I want to get to that 200 mark. How's the iron now? I mean, all the engine production is working. Nothing is stalling, so that's good news. Okay, there's 200 right there. I'm gonna go get the miners before I forget. Very good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be ready for a laser network until nuclear. Maybe, maybe not. I could go either way. Maybe scatter a couple lasers around just to get the extra range bonuses? I don't know. Not super duper worried about it, though. It should offload fast enough, I think. Okay, this was making me red belts. Now it's only making me a headache. Oh, I grabbed somebody. Be free! How do I want to do this? Because I want to make sure that we're set up to also do lubricant, right? We already have lubricant here. Should I just do belts right here or something? It looked really messy, but it would probably work again because lubricant. So I don't have the tech for it. But where is that? Logistics level 3? Yeah, here we go. Does require lubricant, does require lubricant, does require lubricant. Okay. I'll think that through, and it's progressive. So I think we're gonna look something like this, and then there's the final guy. Do these mesh? Actually, we should do it this way. Because I think this requires yellow underneath these. These yellow underneath these require yellow belts. Yep. So it's going to look something like this. Boop. And then just boop, boop, just for giggle's sake. I know that looks bad. That's not to scale or anything. Blue. Where'd you go? You require red, you require red, you require red. Okay. It's an even progression for everything else. Right? Right. And you require yellow. Yep. So boop, 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 boop. Something like that. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't really have to. You need gears, you need gears. Everyone needs gears at some point in their lives. I could try to thread this through and make it a gear factory, or I can make this really easy on myself. Hi. Yeah, why not, right? Okay, so like that, and like this, and then... is that going to be fast enough? I mean, that would work. That would get it all to one bin. What do you recommend? 90? That's probably good. I should probably be doubling these considering I'm using 2 machines per, but that's okay. You definitely need to be a speedy boy. And how are these holding up? With the increased stack sizes, probably just fine. Okay, there we go. What do we need gears for? Oh, no, they're just getting iron. But I can automate much of this, I feel. But just so I don't forget, there's our lubricant for all that. Almost complete with weapon shooting speed 5. That's going to be pretty damn incredible. Incredible. Okay. Let's get some requester chests. Let's get some all kinds of things going on here. So, I need more stuff. You need gear and you need iron, right? What I'm also going to do is right here is I'm going to request yellow belts. So any yellow belts that are floating around in the system, if I'm junking any from my inventory, they will get promoted up to red belts. So adding this extra little area here allows for an additional buffer. I'm going to say yellow belts all. Actually, let's do it. Yep, that's right. So if you have all the gears in the world, you take half a second. If you have all the stuff in the world, you also take half a second, but you also need a crap ton of gears. Actually, we could double it up like this. Iron plate, iron gear. Same thing here. We're going to ask for all of the underground belts ever in the world. All of them, all of them. Let's get rid of that for now. How about go right there, thanks. Same thing. Oh. Bells, bells. Then what I do need is a little bit of logic. I don't want you to work ever if there is more than, let's say, 10 underneath these. Enabled condition less than 10. Enabled condition less than 20. These are feeding directly into the other machines, so it doesn't really matter. Makes that pretty simple. I don't need all this iron. Can I get rid of some of this? Great. Your hands disappear before your eyes. Boop. I kind of want the coal. There was coal here, right? Oh, it's down there. Okay, well, ahoy some copper. Yeah, that gap is too much. And I don't have cliff explosives yet, or regular explosives, so I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, 10 plus 8, now 10 plus 11. They're shooting twice as fast, that's ridiculously cool. Yoink. Yoink. Alright, I'm almost done with this. Oh, these are going to take a lot more gears, so just go a little bit to town, it's fine. Okay. Plate and gear, plate and gear. Plate. Belt. Belt. Circuit. Plate. Gear, circuit, splitter. Gear, belt. Gear, underneathy. And just for now, I don't need this much on me at all. There's our output, and actually, this output is what'll feed into the next system. So this is where I'm going to need this again. Would it be a requester chest? Well, it'll be a requester chest eventually when I have the good tech. But I don't have the good tech yet. And actually, you know what? None of this is really super applicable until we have the good tech. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do this. I don't need tons of underneathy. I don't need tons of splitter. Perfect. Okay, let's hook this thing up. Substation? Substation. we go. So, trash. That gets picked up and thrown right in, and then it gets added to the upgrade mix. Cool. That worked for me. I like that. I'm amazed I have such a large inventory. I'm also thoroughly amazed I don't have enough room. It seems. How much oil did we pull? Not a ton, but that's okay. I'll grab these batteries, this sulfur, whatever bricks are available. There's no bricks available. Okay, well that makes that a very easy piece of conversation, doesn't it? Coal? We're good on coal right now. Just knocking through all these armor upgrade thingies. Energy shield? Sure. Better energy shield? Sure. Exoskeleton, yep, grab that. Personal roboport, grab that. Go get some more lubricant. I don't need this anymore. We move that up to a different land. This... there? That certainly freed up some space. Nice. Thank you for your service. Could probably do like 100 barrels and stuff and make this a little easier, but for right now, this works out pretty nice. Sulfur already have. Batteries. I could have sworn I grabbed... it must be time for me to go to bed. Holy cow. So I have a lot of chests. You can have this. You can have that. You can have all of that. Oh, I brought a bunch of coal. There we go. It's good. Up top, I'm going to have my dump bin. I have not used these in ages. Wood I could always just burn. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Fuel is fuel is fuel, right? We're good on almost everything else. Yeah, stuff's looking good. 2 more minutes and we are out of here. Goodbye, midnight. Oh. $101,000 iron, 83,000 copper. I like this setup. It's a little weird, but I kind of like it. Huh. Human music. I like it. Boo, 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 ba-dubba-dubba-doo, doo, doo, ba-dubba-dubba. Cool, cool. Okay, that's a big chunk of stuff I don't have to worry about anymore. Wouldn't mind automating power poles, I guess. Wasn't so much against it. I just didn't think I needed a ton more, but I just remembered there's a lot of these giga projects and stuff. Since I don't need this stuff to be fast, and these things require almost the same materials, Steel. Of course. I don't think I need power poles for anything, really. Nothing research related, anyhow. You require the same things. You require more of the same things. Piles of raw fuel strewn about. Excellent. That's all I needed to hear. Hi. Can we do one? Can we do one? Do I have both my harvesters? I don't. I'm missing the right harvester. Yep. No, why? Aw, man. I itched my nose for a second. I misclicked and... That's fine. It's in the very center of the thing, so it's not that big of a deal. Yes. Piles of fuel indeed. Bonk. Nope. Try again. I don't need copper. I don't need iron. Stone would be nice. Is this all the stone? Ha. This is all the stone there is. Oh. 9, 4. That ain't no good. Okay. That's 2 magical mining operations going crazy on coal. Yep. Come on. Been out the herd a little bit, then we'll do our magical, turret dance. I don't know why I keep saying the word magical now. Trying not to say the word awesome as much. That's going pretty well for us so far, not really. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. I wonder how quickly we're pulling this in. Not quickly enough. I would like at least 30 more bots. This is fine for a few seconds if it was a burst. Like if it was a burst of coal coming in and we could kind of take our time, but we're going to sit here for a while. I'd like to get as much of this stuff as possible. This is just going to pop and it's going to be gone. Yep, gone. 30 bots. And bots can carry how much? Is it 5 now? Plus 4, so yeah, they can carry 5 now. And we haven't gotten into like a lot of yellow or purple stuff. That's pretty amazing. Debating another 50. Wouldn't hurt. Worst case scenario, the bots are just not really used. Let's do another 50. Almost. When does this produce a turn? Just the one. Okay. I was just amazed how quickly that filled up. Okay, thank you. And I need more advanced circuits. Actually, I'm just going to steal from this. Yoink. There's our 50. The logistics bots of that floor can refill it, no problem. Boop boop doop. Doop doop doop. 24K, nice. I'll feel better again when we're at that 50K range. You're instantly gone, holy crap. Yep, good stuff. Oil's our next concern, as it has been for a while. Coal liquefaction would get me somewhere if I was really, really desperate. I'm not super desperate, to be honest. Plastic is going to be in a bit of a slowdown. I think, actually, coal liquefaction requires purple, doesn't it? It does, and I don't have purple set up yet. That's already queued. I don't have yellow, so that doesn't help. Exoskeleton's already in the thing. Let's do some more mining production, probably. Yeah. More efficient miners, for sure. For sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stick around here for a little bit. Get us a bit of coal. Really rack up on some materials. So anyway, let's pause here. I need to get up and stretch. Thank you all for joining me. My name's JohnMegacycle, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.